Is that how it go back?
Mm-mm.
How you say it?
I'm ready for love. Hey, hey. I'm ready for love.
Turn into Lenny
Took a
Kravitz.
chance, took a chance.
Can two bring
Oh,
220?
love.
Oh, that's your okay. I just got a notification.
Hey.
Oh my!
Oh, my voice sounds good.
You ready for the shower? See these
I'm
like
ready for
Shaq, like
everything.
Shaq sings
I'm
in the
ready for
shower.
I'm ready for the big time.
Okay. Oh, good. My mic reaches today. Let me make sure I hold it up high because last time people complained that they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Testing, testing. 1, 2. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jaylee.
Took a chance. Can y'all hear me singing?
Yeah, they heard you.
Good.
Your mic is fine. Josie said, yes, I can. Mr. Brando thinks he's the old Lenny Kravitz.
I'm the new Lenny Kravitz. I ain't the old nothing. Shit.
Hit the like button if you don't want Mr. Brando to sing.
I'm gonna do the
I bet
whole
you. I bet
rendition.
you
They
get
gonna give
all
me
the
3,000
likes.
likes. You better give me 3,000
They
likes.
those likes are so you stop
No,
singing.
give me some likes if you want to hear me sing,
No,
y'all.
no, I already started it. You
Oh.
don't be trying to hop on my band. I said, give me likes if you don't want to hear Mr. Brando sing. You already got 2,
Mm-mm.
but you got more than 2. Let me see.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, Josie. Got 15 likes, no singing.
Y'all don't want to hear me sing Lenny Kravitz?
We here for the news and nothing but the news.
Waste man. Alright, so
Gurkha says, "Sing, baby, sing."
I know Gurkha want to hear me sing. Somebody better give me some love for real. Be mad at y'all. Nah, I ain't gonna be mad at y'all for real. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys
Derek
what.
said, "No singing."
Who said that?
Derek, Edric, I think it's
Edric.
Edric, but he abbreviated his
I
name.
think I seen it right here. Loud and clear, no singing. This for that, I'm gonna do a whole
No,
set.
I have to live with that singing. I heard it. I heard it all the way in the office.
What is
Every
ISX looking like?
yeah, what?
ISX is looking like anything else. Until you see a significant change in value, you're going to see monetary small gains within the marketplace that don't equal out to be huge gains for a group. We need to see real physical change between markets so that it actually grows. You need to see
Mm-hmm.
private sector growth. It's the same thing I've been saying forever. The whole idea about ISXL is this: you get in its infancy stages. Just because you've been in it a few months don't mean it's growing. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
need major gains. That's what we're here to talk about today. Major gains within both so that at least, okay, I'm going to give you guys a scenario about how the dinar can strengthen. I'm going to give you a couple different scenarios about things I've been thinking about. This show is completely off the cuff. If y'all look at this, I'm not looking at notes. Half of them I'm looking at questions from Facebook, and half of them I'm looking at the group. So just to keep it a buck with you, I ain't write a show for tonight because the show is absolutely only about one thing.
What's that one thing?
It's the vote tomorrow. If
Mm.
you ain't really hip to the vote tomorrow, like everything is tomorrow. Tomorrow is everything.
Everything?
Man, it's either that or April 6th, and people don't even realize that.
What's April 6th?
Man, I don't even want to
That's
get
my
there
mom's
yet.
birthday.
Is it really?
April 6th.
You
She's an
forgot
Aries.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm trying to explain to everybody is that the actual news, the articles of news that are out there aren't that significant. Not to the point where people need to be fluttering about what's happening or what's going on. They actually need to be really more concentrated on what's not going on.
Mm-hmm.
By them not doing certain things, that why is it happening? It's not kicking the can. It's called getting my respect. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like these
Mm-hmm.
people out here fighting every day for what they call, love amongst their people. Okay, so let's do the shout outs. Let's get this going. You hear us, gang. Jay Lee, what's up? Senor Fate, Darnell, Anthony, Maximum Play, Ramil, Malael, Ola, Jay Lee, Mike Fullard, Darnell the Bachelor, what's going on? Josie, Ralph, Gurkha, what's going on, baby? Thank you, Gurkha, too, man. You be following all the posts on YouTube, man. I be seeing your stuff, man. Appreciate your love. DC Big E, good evening. Good evening to you, big sir. Anthony, what's going on? 1212. Shanta, what's up? You know what it is, fam. Eric M, loud and clear. TH, Alfred here. TH, Alfred, my boy. Bill Massey, what's going on from Hawaii? Gurkha Legend, that's my boy. Shanta, fam. Josie's gang. Edric gang. DC Biggie, what's going on with ISA? I just told you, man. I need some movement. I need some more investment. We need to see more money put in. Y'all want to stimulate the environment, you got to put money in it. Y'all don't put a lot of money in it, but you want to see it stimulated more. Got to put more money in it.
Precious said hello.
Precious. It's going down, girl. Gurkha. Sing, baby. Sing. You know you want to hear me. Shanta, it's gang all day. Anthony, king and the queen. Salute the king. Darnell, the bachelor. What happens if they don't get enough votes? If they don't get enough votes and they actually vote, we're going to get to that in like a few seconds. Give me a few seconds. Just hold on. Alita, Denise, Ernest, what's good? Robert, Montoya, good to see you from Facebook. Precious, hey fam. Going on, Presh? Is that fam? It's my fam right there, for real. It's my niecey. One of my nieces.
No, not one of your nieces. Precious from Cali. Remember at the meet?
Man, that's my family right there. Okay, Darnell, what's going on? I'm a singer. Dan Darnell, I need you to remake Tina Marie's I'm Still in Love. That's my favorite song. I love it to death. Hit the thumbs up, man. 69 people in the hizzy. Gurkha Legend, what's going on? Regina Taylor, shout out to Queen. Pamela Davenport, shout out Financial Fridays. And as always, this video is always sponsored by
The Noble Institution.
You know that's my gang. The Noble Institution. It's LISX. Put this on for all of us today and thank them for it. Thank you to my investors. Everybody that's investing, keep investing. I'm going to get to this Benny. You ready to get to this Benny? Okay. So, everybody really wants to know what's popping with, shout out to Reno. Shout out Jacqueline Harvey. That's my girl. Shout out Marcus. Everybody wants to know what's going on right now. Okay, so listen. Tomorrow is a very important day, but it's not the end-all, be-all day of all days. Does that make sense? So the question here is, we've got to look at Iraq as a region. We have to look at the global climate, if that makes sense. I want you to ask me some questions globally. There's some questions for you about some stuff right here, and we're going to round it out real quick, okay? So this is easy.
I don't have any questions today.
Well, they have questions for you.
Oh, okay. You
There's
saying
questions
there?
for here.
Yeah,
for
I got you. I thought
See,
you
my screen is split, so I'm looking at this and this.
Oh, where'd you get those questions from?
These is from Facebook. So what I did today, and anybody that's not a member of the Mr. Brando April BB Facebook page, if you want to join it, please leave a message so we can put you on. I'm taking questions so people can ask their questions. I won't say their names if they don't want, but I'll ask their questions. And people can get some of the things that they have out there out, okay? It's not just about news. Because there's more to this than just news, okay? Yeah, gang all day. Gang around my neck. I'm never taking it off until it's over. The Bachelor. Okay, remind me on one of my YouTube videos. I'm listening while I drive. I have a show tonight and tomorrow. Darnell, you got a show tonight and tomorrow? Well, tell me to get on your show. I'll do your show. You do my show.
No. Have him post the video in your comment section of his videos from his YouTube channel. He's driving right now, but
Okay, he wants me to post his videos?
no, I'm saying so you can follow him on YouTube because he's driving right now.
Well, make sure I follow him when I'm done, just to make sure, okay? And then, hey, listen, y'all, if y'all on YouTube and you doing something and you really trying to promote your business, I really want to promote your business.
Oh, I got him right here. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I really want to promote your business. I want you to grow. I want you to, listen, Iraq is in a situation right now that tomorrow's important because it's a vote. Now, I'm going to give you the map. There's 329 parliamentary members or cabinet members or however you want to put it. There's supposedly a third of those people, or 115 of them, that are not going to support tomorrow's meeting, which gives a deficit to what is needed to vote on, because it's kind of like in this country when it comes to majority. You have to have a supermajority, meaning 60% or better, not just 50. So it's not like parliament. Does that make sense? Or not parliament. It's not like voting for a simple bill. So in this instance, what we're looking for is at least 220 deputies to vote tomorrow on the president. And once the president-elect, they've already put forward their PM selection. So what's supposed to happen is they elect as president because they're the largest bloc. And on top of that, they're supposed to automatically go and vote in their support for Jafar. Now, a lot of people are out there asking about why not Kazemi, and that's one of the questions. I'll get to it in a second. But I'll get to that. Let me get to that. But that's the gist of everything that's happening right now. Okay, so that's it. I don't care about what they're doing here. Why not? Why is the delay? That to me is irrelevant. Until you got a seated government and a passed budget, you're not going to see anything happen. So relax. So if you're in this for an investment, you're in it. If you've invested, you're invested. Hang tight. If you haven't invested and you're here to criticize, then let me see your YouTube or let me see your podcast, and we'll go from that.
And leave your questions in the chat, and once he's done, I'll ask them.
Yeah, I'm going to go through these questions. These questions all come from Facebook. So if you want to know the gist of it, tomorrow's a vote. Sauter prematurely came out early yesterday and said that he had enough votes to carry his person for president, to carry his person for PM. It remains to be seen. So nothing else matters until you have a president and a PM. Get that straight. President, PM, then we can go forward. Okay, so
President,
let's get
PM.
to this.
Let's move forward.
So all comments, let's do this. All comments. It says, Mr. Brando, besides the seated government being completed, what other obstacles are preventing the Iraqi CBI from launching a new exchange rate? I can name a couple. Number one, their foreign exchanges are too high and they don't use the Iraqi dinar to pay for their everyday bills within the international community. Until you see Iraq pay and use the dinar to settle debts cross-border wise, or they're paying a bill to, let's say, like someone like China or Russia or whoever your favorite country is, some of you communist people, then that will be that. Once they use and there's no such thing as a gold-backed ruble. If anybody else tells me there's a gold-backed ruble, I will slap the snot out of them.
What's a gold-backed ruble?
Bullshit. Excuse me. I don't care if this.
No, I said, what's a gold-backed ruble? Anyway?
Absolute bullshit. Listen, ruble's worth less than a penny. Why would you gold back anything less than a penny? Fave back carries you over 80 cents. Why would you destroy the very thing you're trying to invest in? 90% of you out there are going to exchange for American. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm just saying. Quit being a bunch of haters. Have you heard if Iraq's currency will float? I have heard it will float. And I also have heard that they will not want to peg to anything else for monumental growth. It may cause a little bit of stiflement as far as the actual value of it is, but they're looking for private sector and medium sector growth to take over what the dinar actually won't do to make up in the background, if that makes sense. They're expecting the stock market to carry them forward. The exchange rate doesn't really have to get them there, if that makes sense. Matthew says they will close what? The question is will they close out the parliamentary positions for president and PM? That remains to be seen by vote. I will tell you now that I know for a fact that Sauter, by definition, at 214 votes, he needs 220 of them to carry out what he wants to do. Whether he gets there or not remains to be seen to this moment. Any questions? Thank you. What do you think the holdup with the RI? I think there's several holdups with the RI. One of them being the implementation of a real government, a national majority government. Number two, I think that until they use the Iraqi dinar for cross-border settlements, either through a digital dinar or something else, you're not going to really see an inherent value. And I also think that until the CBI decides that inflation really matters inside of a country and they're going to use their own currency to make a big difference, I think that's also a holdup. Those are my opinions only. Hello, Mr. Brando. Can you discuss what's going on with the WTO tonight? Yeah, they had a meeting with the WTO. It looked like everything was posturing to go through. They were going through a second set of meetings, and it's probably going to happen very, very quickly. If these two get elected, do you believe we'll have to wait even longer? No, because Reaper is not a protagonist in any way. He's more of a passive type person. Jafar is a person that's really out there, that's about reform and getting things done, amending constitutions. He's worked with Spain. He's worked with the European Union. He's a maritime person. This person has a great deal of expertise in dealing with reforms, whether it be political, it could be economical, it could be a lot of things. But I think where Kazemi stops from being not just a political player as far as intelligence goes. I think Jafar, he speaks English, he speaks German, he speaks Spanish. I think he's more of a worldly figure that's going to see things go from just the mundane to the super, because he has the ability to communicate with a lot more people than just Arab people, and he speaks good Arab, Farsi, Turk. He speaks a lot of good things. So I like the guy. I like him a lot. If that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
So. Bara Salem and Kadimi are not going to be reinstated. Both of them are out for whatever reasons. I'm not the choice of it. You'd have to ask Saleh that. And I don't think it's going to take even longer for those people to get into the groove of things. I think it's any cabinet, any position that's out there. It really depends on the politicians that's spearheading their legislation, right? If you want something done, you're going to take care of it, right? And that's the thing about Iraq. And I can tie Iraq into Russia. I can tie it into Ukraine. I can tie it into a lot of things. But what I'm here to tell you guys is that don't get sour on Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking, oh, it's not happening. There's a vote tomorrow. We're going to see what happens, and let's go from there.
Okay.
Okay? So what's next? Besides everybody telling you hello.
So you want me to read my
Yeah,
questions
read
now?
questions,
Okay.
yeah.
So Grant wants to know, how does Russia forcing the EU to use ruble to pay for gas affect the Burma system and
Nothing.
gas being settled in euros?
Okay, listen. So what they're asking is how does the Russia forcing everybody to pay in ruble? First of all, the ruble is a 3 decimal now. It's less than a penny. It's not a penny. It's 1 0 less.
Really?
Name another currency that's less than a penny.
The dinar?
Correct. So it's just like Iraq saying,
I did
hey,
right.
yeah, good job, April. She gets a star. Good job. No, that's a very good guess.
Okay.
And here's the thing about it. It's kind of like everybody telling Iraq, hey, you got to pay for everything in dinar. That's what you ultimately want via currency. Your foreign reserves only add to the strength of your actual reserves. So paying for everything would make things better. That's actually one of the holdbacks from the dinar. Instead of having 400 trillion in American dollars, you ought to have 100 trillion dollars in dinar, 400 trillion in American dollars, and then American dollar strengthens the dinar because that's what you use everything to pay for. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I dig it. What's the next question?
Anthony says, you looking slim, player.
Yeah, man. April got me on this diet, baby.
Don't say
You know
April.
what I'm saying, man?
I ain't got him on no diet.
She's
That's
starving, man.
him.
I'm down to one
That's
taco,
him.
man. I'm down to one taco. That's it. No, I'm really trying to lose weight because, to be honest with you, I really feel like transitioning is happening. For my life, your life, everybody's life. And if I'm out of shape or, even I am a big guy. So I'm 6'2". So just let everybody know I'm 6'2" and I'm big. So I don't know about you or your husbands or wives or boyfriend, but if you ain't as big as me, I could dunk a basketball since 5th grade. So you know what I'm saying? So I ain't no little guy. Played college and semi-pro football, so I ain't no little person. So sorry about that, but I'm trying to get myself in some type of different shape than a ball.
Okay, my first question. If another party gets... Oh, okay. What happens if another party gets enough votes? Secondly, do you think both candidates are actually for the reevaluation of the dinar?
Reaper and Jafar, yes. Anybody else, no. I'll tell you why. I really think that, in my own opinion, that anybody else that comes forward. So listen, you got to go back to a quote that Sauter said earlier today. He said, "If God is only one part or whole Shiite, let him stand in the grace of God tomorrow with tomorrow." You know what I'm saying? He said, "But if God is only but 1/3 Shiite, let every other portion of God come forth in the mood of patriotism and everything else to see it through." So even if you are not all Shiite, which you have to look at Iraq, Iraq is probably easily at least 80% Shiite. Some Turkish men, some Sunni, some Christian, some other faiths. So I'm saying that what he's saying is if Allah is only 1/3 Shiite, then let the rest of the people come through patriotism, meaning that you love Iraq. See, I hate fake populism. I really do, man. That gets me a lot of slack because I'm a real populist. I love America. I love what we do. I think we build the best stuff. I think we do it all. I love Iraq coming forward as a real sovereign nation if it's really about populism. But I hate fake populism that's an alternative motive. Look through some weird dinar goggles that want to hit something onto this that doesn't have anything to do with it. That's what I hate. That's that stuff I don't like if you listen to Chief Keef.
They don't.
I know you don't, but I'm saying that's what I don't like. Because I ain't trying to connect this to nothing fake or fraud, faking or shaking. Let it be what it is. Learn economies and learn how the world economic works, and then let's go forward. Not on some fake stuff that you heard from your favorite. Oh, and hey, by the way, NFTs are coming. I seen them. I seen all the NFTs, y'all. NFTs are coming. And they got your greatest hits. I got all of them. I got all your greatest gurus on NFT. This, you seen them? Did you like them? Tell the truth.
They're
Was
good.
they live?
They're good.
Was they live?
They're good. You're scaring Daisy.
I should have done a Daisy one.
We have a Daisy one, but you didn't use it.
I didn't use it. Daisy special. Beyond the April BB Mr. Brando special NFT, I'm going to do a special NFT just for Daisy.
He actually was literal and like it looks like Daisy. Remember?
Yeah, I was too literal. I needed to do it more gangster. I'm going to do it different.
Hey, Sammy D. Sammy D just got off work.
What up, Sammy D? A very astute Denarian also. Good person.
So what happens if no party gets enough votes? Will they take us to April again, or do they revert to the Constitution?
Let me tell y'all this. So if they vote, it counts against them as far as the Constitution is controlled.
Okay.
If they vote, it hurts them. Then they could have dissolvement, right?
Okay.
If they don't vote and they abstain, it doesn't hurt them. They go to April 6th. And that's the main thing people have to look at. There's a very good possibility that this goes to April 6th. Just being honest and just being real.
Okay. That is your last question. You have 100 people.
What time is it?
It's time.
To go?
If you leaving it up to me?
Oh, come on, give them 30 minutes, man.
Okay, we've been live for 21 minutes.
Y'all better ask me a question. Miss April want to go have date night Friday night, so
I want to watch Ready to Love. She my show.
Ready to Love.
Not that one. No. So what happens when it goes to April 6th?
They vote again.
And again.
And listen, Maliki's already come out and said he will not dissolve Parliament. See, this is the thing that your favorite guru is not telling you. To dissolve Parliament, they actually have 2/3 vote. So if the very third that abstains from voting to dissolve Parliament will not dissolve it, you're back inside of this circle.
Circle. That's it, babe.
Darnell, that's awesome, man. Ask. If you got a question, please ask.
Oh, he did. He has been asking the question.
I know, and I hope more people decide to jump out there and ask, because don't be scared, man. I think the problem with this is that people's understanding of how it works is not there.
What is your take on Biden's speech today? Did you hear it about the EU going green?
Yeah, I love it.
What was it? Tell me, because I was working. I don't know.
So Biden claims that he's going to get the EU to be totally or more green by 2030. But here's the problem with the EU. They're inundated with the use of liquid gas. Mm-hmm. So there's only a couple places that produce enough liquid gas to supply them. So to support those areas that need that liquid gas or liquid petroleum that's going to be, switched out somehow, would have to be used through Middle East or Northern Africa, as well as the United States. The United States by itself was able to dismantle 2/3 of the crisis that's over there in the EU with their settlemental system. 2/3. Now, the Middle East right now and Northern Iraq, the way it's set up, cannot supply the rest of the third. So they need, let's say right now, the United States is going to produce 55 billion BTUs. They need 150. So you still need over 100 billion BTUs to satisfy the EU, which is going to force the EU to go to cleaner energy systems or make a deal with somebody else that can actually produce that type of liquid gas for them.
Okay, and you already answered the question about them not being. What if there's not enough votes in April? Okay.
Nicole. Question. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nicole said, please address how all the American and European companies will help the Middle East.
Because you got to understand, a company like McDonald's moves into a country like Russia. Mm-hmm. Okay? They set up 850 McDonald's. They provide $50 million a month in income for a country. For a country that produces even a large GDP, $50 million a month is a nice chunk of change. if you decide not to work with said entities, you cut yourself out from a global economy that goes beyond fossil fuels. See, that's the thing people don't understand. Listen, and why would anybody throw Russia a lifeline? Oh, Russia's threatening with nuclear weapons. Well, I have a question for Russia. Do your nuclear weapons actually work? Because your ground game is trash.
Trash. You ready?
Your ground game is absolute trash.
You ready for some more questions?
Yeah, give them to me. I'm ready.
So Sammy D wants to know when are they voting for a PM?
If they said that if they get the president, they're going to vote for the PM soonly thereafter, which should be the same day. That's why they promoted both candidates at first.
So what happens if they don't vote April 6th? Where does it go from there?
Then if they don't vote, then it actually starts all over again. They do not dissolve Parliament. They don't do anything. They go back to the political drawing board, and we go all through this right again for another president and PM. Yep. You are a perpetual cycle of nothing.
Nothingness. Alonzo wants to know, so is the stock market going to pay off soon, even if the dinar RI stalls?
No, because you can't have inherent value in the currency and not have inherent value or bureaucracy taken out of the stock market. You have to wait for one for the other. It's kind of goes hand in hand.
I got a good one.
Sure.
So let's say that the U.S. dollar was valued at a penny, right? So if you bought Apple's price today is like $175. So
you gotta have a whole bunch of pennies to buy
Apple. So we'll know what happens is if it's tied, if it's the United States Stock Exchange and it's at a penny,
and it's
that's
worth that
$1.75.
You can times that by 1,000.
Well, it really technically your value of your stock. Think about this: it's only $1.75. It's not $175. If the U.S. dollar is only worth a penny,
right,
1 penny, right?
Okay, let's listen to this. Okay.
The U.S. dollar is valued at a penny.
But the stock is worth.
So it moves over. That decimal moves over. Sure. 0.01.
Right.
Then, because right now the stock market for the United States
No, don't do that. Exactly what you were talking about. Stick with that.
I'm sticking with that. So think about this. Okay. It's only $1.75. If I'm in Europe and I say I want to buy Apple stock.
Hold on. If you're saying that Apple stock is worth
175 USD, and USD is only valued at 0.01, what do you have?
You divide the two, and that's how you come up with your value.
It's $1.75.
Okay, but here's the thing. But if the stock market is the US dollar is only worth $1 or a penny, right? But the stock is worth $175.
No. We're not talking about worth, because here's the thing: it's all pegged to what? The dollar.
No.
Hold on. No. Because that's why we all have our own individual stock markets. Yes, that's very true. So
that's what I'm saying. You can't.
No. No, not at all.
Okay, so let me put it like this. So what you're saying is that you're using the value of a penny to value a stock at 175 times that value to give it $1.75, which is not true.
No.
You can have a stock that's $1 and the stock is worth $3,000.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Amazon, no.
That's not what I'm saying.
Our dollar is $1. Amazon stock is $3,000. So explain that. Is the stock?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're using 1.00
because that's the number everybody uses
right now. A war breaks out. I know it's not. I'm using an exaggerated example. If like we were Russia. Think about that for a second. Russia, let's just say Russia.
Use a Russian stock, or use a Russian example.
I don't know Russian stocks.
I do. So say Yangza. Yangza's a tech stock in Russia.
Okay.
And it's worth 100 rubles.
Okay. So how much is 100 rubles?
Well, 1 ruble is less than a penny.
Right. So how much is 100 rubles? That's my question to you.
Well,
in
less
USD.
than a penny, it's $1.
There you have it. That's the perfect example. That's exactly what I was using, but reverse it. But that's correct.
But okay, I'll give you
100 rubles is $1.
But what if Yangza's stock goes to 1,000 rubles?
Okay, that's $10.
Well, 1,000,000 rubles.
Whatever that is.
It can happen.
It's just like
anything. Anything can rise or fall on commodity value.
I hear you, but
I mean, no. Explain your point.
You just made it.
It's a joke. I'm trying to get it.
No, you just got it. You said let's use Russia, right?
Right, but use a realistic value then.
Right. So you said 100 rubles, right? What is 100
rubles?
Okay, what is 1,000 rubles to us in the United States?
11 cents a ruble.
Then that's my point. And I was just using the example if we were in Russia's seat. If the United States dollar
Are you
was
trying to say what their stock exchange is worth? Russia's.
no, I wasn't saying
Then
that.
please explain. 'Cause I'm
That's
very
okay.
lost.
That's okay.
No, please. I mean, we're here
We'll
now.
have this
We're
conversation.
live on the air. I want to know really what the answer is.
So let's say the United States system got shut down.
No,
And
use Russia's system.
well, okay, yeah. So if we went and invested in Russia as U.S. citizens, as Americans,
Okay.
we're not going to pay 100 rubles. We're going to pay in USD currency.
Correct. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's only like $1 something for that example you just gave. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is, if you were, why would we invest in the ruble system for that penny value?
That's okay.
No, I'm lost. Like
I
I'm really
know,
lost.
I can
Like,
tell.
what?
I
mean,
can
for
tell
real, I'm
because
like,
you're looking at valuations of a company, but I'm talking about the currency that it's tied to. The currency that it's tied to. If I'm in Europe and I'm trying to buy in the United States and our market buckles, right?
but it hasn't.
Okay, babe.
I mean, use real life
I
scenarios.
know, and we just did, and you still don't get it with the Russia thing.
That makes zero sense.
I know. That's okay. That's
To
why I said
me-
we can move past it. I know.
No, to me, I don't get it. You all might. I mean, I may be, you know what I mean? I don't get it. But I'm saying that if
That's
I was in
okay.
Russia and there's a company there called Yangtze, and it's their
Right.
tech company,
Right.
and like, I don't know what it is, but I know he's laughing at me because I don't get it. But
I think because you have to be a trader to really understand, and it's just like when you go into Iraq and buy in their stock exchange,
Right.
you're able to buy at a higher volume, and it
yeah,
has
because their currency's less valued.
correct.
But what does that have to do
And
with
that's what I
China?
was saying. If our currency was less value, our currency in the United States.
Okay,
I'm
what
just
does that do
using
what we're talking about?
it. Nothing now. Nothing.
No, but it had something to do with it.
It
You were
did at
tying
the
it-
time,
but tie it in. Tie
I
it in.
can't because I can't even remember because we started down the rabbit hole. If the U.S. dollar was valued at a penny, but it got
Okay, so you're
lost in
saying
translation.
okay.
It got lost in
Okay,
translation.
okay. I'm not trying to belittle you or do.
I
anything
know,
like that.
because
it's not that. I don't want you to get upset with me.
I'm
But
not.
I know you're
I
not.
just
But I'm
want you
saying
to
is
let it
this-
go.
No. But what I'm saying is that this is a real question because a lot of people have this question about like investing in the ruble, investing in Ukraine. So I'll give you this question: the ruble right now is worth 11 cents. Ukraine is worth 4 cents. It makes more sense to invest inside of Ukraine to me without sanctions than it does Europe, and it has its own stock exchange. So if I was to go over there and let's say it's 4 cents, $4 is 4 cents. You know what I mean? Are you saying that you should go over and buy stocks at the cheaper value to gain greater value?
I
at a
really
later date?
lost it, and I think we got to get back on track. So it's okay. Let's retract what I said, and let's
Okay.
get back to the viewers' question.
Quit interrupting her. Sapphire, tell me what your question is. I hear you, but what's the question?
I think it has.
I'm
We have.
getting upset. I don't care what you're getting upset. I want to know what the question is.
Who got upset?
Sapphire Lynn, she's getting upset. Oh no, Sapphire's getting upset.
Well, stop.
Everybody
Don't.
stop and hold on for Sapphire. She's getting upset. I don't give two shits.
Let's get back to the
Honestly.
questions. I'm trying to get to the questions, and people are
Let's
asking
get to
questions.
'em.
Let's see.
You think I fear someone's will?
It's not about fear. I'm trying to get to the questions. Hold on
Or
one second.
none, fade
I,
all.
I heard that Iraq are taking a big interest in solar. Also, they are planning to plant a lot of trees. Are they trying to build a rainforest like China?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually trying to build a rainforest in the desert just like China. They're trying to decrease the actual climate which is going on in the world. And I saw Sapphire. I'll get to that in a question. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, they actually are trying to lower the ozone levels and take down the threat of climate change with building all these trees in the desert. Yes, they are. Yes, that's absolutely a fact. Yes. And Sapphire said, "LOL, I'm talking about wifey's question." Me too. I'll get to it.
Nicole says, please talk about Egypt's stock market. Is it helping ISX?
Well, here's the thing. Egypt does two things that, in my opinion, are ultimately important to Iraq. One, they float their currency. They do that as a practice. And they do that to control their inflationary measures inside of their country, as well as all the things, the coups and stuff that have happened inside of the country. Number two, I would go into further to say that their stock exchange, with the currency based at less than 6 cents, has a 5 times greater stock exchange than Iraq. So yeah, they absolutely should be taking heed and getting advice from someone that's doing them better than they are. and quit signing memorandums of understanding. Actually get to implementation. Nicole said, leave poor Sapphire. You wanted to hear a question? Look, I'll give her right now to give it. Please, what's the question? So you and Sapphire can leave me alone.
I've left you alone. I'm done with the question.
There is no question.
Right. There's no question.
Okay,
I mean, hell.
There's your answer. There's no question.
Let's talk about Nancy Pelosi and her big ass purchases of stock.
Well, let's. I mean, I'm all abreast of all this stuff.
Yeah, so why
I understand politics. This is like we're discussing this with a 3-year-old, so I'm great.
So why do you think it's insider trading that with Nancy Pelosi?
With all politicians, you're privy to information, whether it be semi-classified, classified. You're learning stuff about the markets and what's happening, as well as world movements as far as energy and everything else goes. And then days later, you make from Marjorie Taylor Greene to anybody. They're all buying stock. Now, Nancy Pelosi's good at it.
Because here's the thing. She's the only Dem out of the list that's really making money. She's making more than the Republicans, and I think
she's an institutionalized Democrat. Listen, I think people really get
But the interesting thing, so here's what I'm trying to get at before you go on that.
Oh my God.
But what I'm trying to get to is it's interesting. This has been happening for years, right? Mm-hmm. But now, because she's making gobs of money, she's outbeating the boys. Honestly, like everybody else is on the list. Out of the list, she's the top one, but she's the only Dem. It's all Republicans.
And she's a major player.
Yeah,
dude, she's betting 100,000, 500,000.
They are too. They are too.
No, they're not. Not to the level she is.
Yeah.
She's one.
Okay. You've got to pull. Hold on. You got. No, I mean I know. That's what I'm saying. Pull the periodic transaction report. She is now making more money than them. They were betting differently. So here, they all get the same reports, right?
Right.
Now, it's just like you and I can read a report, and what we take away is different. Right. Now, I'd be like, oh, I know Ukraine is that's about to go down in Ukraine.
Someone asked the question, is that illegal?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not illegal.
As long as you follow what you do, let's be factual. As long as they follow what they do and put out P&L, it's not illegal.
I wasn't done. It's not illegal. You have to report every 45 days any major transactions. Now, here's the thing. Should it be illegal? That's where I was going with it. I kind of think it should be. Because here's the thing. If I'm working at an institution and I know what's coming down the pipeline, you don't think I'm going to hedge my bet and do it right? I mean, I'm just being honest.
Here's the thing. I met someone from the Pelosi family when I worked at Gallery Furniture. And they said the whole family was ran by bootleggers and scam artists. And that was their main thing, was being a parasite on the stock exchange and them gaining monies through that. Do I agree with it? No. But do I wish I had the information since it's legal? Yes. Why do I hate the same game they're playing? Why do I want to... Listen, 100% of you... Not 100. 90% of you out there are going to exchange your currency for USD. You can't live in the United States and exchange it for another currency, whether it be XRP, gold, anything else. So I hear people all day, there's a gold-backed Chinese yuan. You can't exchange your dinar for it living in this country, being a citizen of it. FCAs ain't that easy. So my question is, why would you want to destroy a market that you're heavily vetted in? Any of you. I'll wait. I'll wait. Give me your answers. Why would you just... Well, the dollar's worth nothing. If you're going to exchange for dollars, why would you want worth nothing? Think. I'll wait. Oh, Biden too. And what has Biden done?
I ain't worried about that.
I mean, we ain't getting into politics, but you ain't going to like the answers.
I'll let you have that one.
Dude, don't have me rip nobody to shreds sitting on here.
So, okay.
ain't ready.
What's interesting is this market overall now, right? Normally when you have comparable goods, okay, this is the nerd in me. This has nothing to do with the show. If one goes up, the other one goes down, right?
Imports, exports, yes.
Well, So my example is gas goes up, car sales go down, or car prices go down. That's not happening this time. So Sapphire, I'm trying to get to your question about the real estate thing. I personally don't think it's a good time to buy in this market, in this climate. Why? Because it's different. It's not like the old market. And normally when you see interest rates go up, you see prices go down. And if anything, the prices keep going up and up and up. Interest rate went up, a quarter for home loans, but the prices went up. I'm looking in from my hometown, San Diego, and literally, it's one particular property and several properties, but this one particular from the summer, August to now, it is up over $200,000. It doesn't make sense. Just does not make sense. So
same property, same value.
Yeah, I mean
no upgrades.
Well, not
comps are the same.
Not the same value. So the value went up. So now they're in demand, and the agents are out there seeking properties to put on the market so they can gouge and make all this money. So tell me, if the interest rate went up, why didn't the housing prices go down?
Because that's capitalism. See, people miss the whole point. Your capitalism means that I buy a product for $1. I sell it for $100. It doesn't matter what it actually costs me to manufacture or do it. That's looking at it from a whole fantastical point of view. If I buy something for $1, I want to sell it for $1,000. If someone will pay that for it. It's kind of like the housing market. Houses that we could have sold back in the day for $750,000, if they sell for $900,000 a day, you can't get mad at the guy that made $900,000. No, that's true capitalism. That's real capitalism. That's what this country was founded on. Believe it or not.
And it's really not about that for me. But what's going to wind up happening is just that bubble is going to burst, and it's a matter of time. It's just when. I was involved in the last housing bust. I just want to make sure I'm positioned correctly in this housing market.
Then don't be upside down in your house purchase, and make sure your tenants are paying. I'll tell you now.
Well,
that's the facts of everything.
What happened in 2008, even with a person that owns one house, you start losing your job, how do you pay your rent? Or if your loan blows up in your face and you have an adjustable mortgage, you don't need to own 10 homes. You can have one to do you in.
Did you read the contract before you signed it, being that blow-up loan?
Well, you don't remember what happened in 2008?
I do, but I also think there has to be some responsibility in retail.
Of course, but that still affects the market.
You still got to read your contracts.
But it still affected the market.
And people
I'm trying to say is this happened before. People said that they didn't understand what they were signing. But guess what? It did not help the market, period. So,
but how did it hurt it?
How did it hurt it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you remember?
It took how many years to recover?
It hurt it during that time period. Yeah. So let me tell you, I had a house before I moved here on the market. Though the construction company, Lennar, stopped building over in that division because they weren't moving their inventory. So what happens is...
So the builder was the problem.
No, not the builder. No, not my loan. I didn't have a loan. What I'm saying is how it affects the market. Let's say you never foreclose on your house, period, right? But everybody around you is foreclosing. It started making ghost communities. That happened in Arizona. And then the other thing is... people are building up, let's say, what's that? The grows. They're building up the grows. You got Toll Brothers, you got all that. But what happens when you start building inventory, right? And you have these homes sitting there, but there's nobody to buy them.
Well, that's not the problem right now. The problem isn't that whether
It's coming.
But no, there's not enough. No, the problem with housing is this. You have too many buyers that don't qualify for loans. It's not that you don't have buyers. You don't have buyers that qualify. That's the real problem.
And you know what's going to happen? If it happens like it did before, the very person I talked to Teresa, she got her house for $100,000 off, brand new, from Weston. So what'll happen is, if these people keep building houses, right, and there's nobody to buy them, there's a trickle effect in the market.
But you realize there's markup even in wholesale.
We're talking about houses, not
I know what you're
retail,
saying,
but I'm just saying.
No, hold on. You realize there's
I do realize.
So even if they took $100,000 and they sold it for $100,000, that might have been the threshold what they could have sold a house for.
No, I understand.
They lost money.
I'm not saying that.
Then what are you saying?
I'm trying to say to you what winds up happening. One, builders are paying more for materials. They're
Sure,
paying more
lumber,
for
brick,
labor,
of course.
everything,
And that
right?
markup goes in the house and so
Okay,
on and so forth.
so
I get
let's
that.
say it costs you 300,000 to build a house
Okay.
that you're trying to sell for 700,000.
Okay.
If that $700,000 house sits there and sits there and sits
Right.
there,
Right.
eventually you're going to keep marketing it down as
Right.
far as you possibly can. Some construction loans came under call. So then what happens is that builder abandons that market, that whole project. And then
So
they wind up filing BK. So there's a whole, it's a trickle effect and there's
so
a lot
that
to
helps
it.
the consumer end game because they're buying a house less than what it was built for
That's if you have a
during a
consumer
downtime.
to buy it.
But we already established in the beginning that we had more consumers that were buying homes than were
For
actually homes listed.
right now.
Well, that's kind of the whole point.
But that will flip. It does. It always
No,
does.
I get that, but I can only talk about today. I can't
Okay.
talk about tomorrow because I don't know what tomorrow brings.
Okay, so bottom line is I would hold off on purchasing a home now. That was her question.
Man, if you find a deal and listen, if you find a deal on a piece of property and you were to get it for your price and it's your price, buy it. Why would you wait? Why would you wait for something that fictitiously could happen or not happen? You're guessing at that point. Don't guess. Be solid in your investment. You invested in something, invested it. Stick with it. People that sit around and guess about stuff don't make money. They guess at it and they critique you when you don't. Yeah, cause and effect all day long. Everything is cause and effect. And just because just because gas is higher doesn't mean sugar is. And just because sugar is higher doesn't mean lumber is. Now, right now, we're in a conundrum because of a lot of factors that go into everyday goods and services that are due because of the environment, such as catalytic converters. We have a problem with semiconductors. It doesn't mean that problem will always be on the forefront.
Paul's talking.
Hey, Paul, what's up, bro? You good? Yeah, especially if you can pay it in full. Absolutely. Take no losses. You're taking gains. If someone comes through and they can't pay for a property they had built and they abandon it because they couldn't fulfill their obligations, and I come in and buy pennies for on the dollar, I call you a smart investor. I call you dumb. I call you smart. I don't know about Jordan. Evening from Houston. Exactly when I start to think the show is about nothing. Look, just because gas is higher, I wait in the long Costco line. Y'all are wild. Read it. Why? Listen, you're asking me to read. Okay, I agree with reading history to a certain extent, but study your future. History is only so I don't repeat it. Study the future because you know what's happening. And remember what Patton said: plan for everything, but plans mean nothing in battle. That's why my mom wants you to believe that he has no more. If your mom is a he, there's a problem from the beginning. Just saying. That's what baby wants you to believe, that he's broke and weak, but his army is strong and forceful.
Who's baby?
Well, if baby's strong, you talking about Putin? Come
I
on.
thought he was talking the
I don't know.
rapper.
I think he's talking about Rugrats. For real, I think he's
Oh,
talking about the Rugrats.
he retracted his stuff.
Lewis, why you attracted, man? Stand on your words.
I thought he was talking about the
I hate it when people don't do that, man. Stand on your
he was.
stuff.
I think he was talking about the rapper, Lil Baby.
Little baby.
I
Man, come
think.
on, man. Little baby. Man, I love this stuff. Reagan said trust and verify. Reagan also said Reaganomics, which was a failure. So, Josh, yeah, I'm laughing too, man. It always amazes me when people come out here, they have these great philosophical discussions, but it's rooted in absolute zero. So what if this was, I heard this one the other day. If you believed in a gold-backed ruble that's worth nothing, So listen, a pill of acetaminophen costs $1. Your currency is less than $1. You can't buy acetaminophen to help your people. You can't buy insulin. You can't buy nothing. A gold back yuan, a gold back Venezuelan bolivar, a gold back Iranian dinar, a gold back doesn't amount to anything. It's a gold back bunch of bag of shit. A bag of shit. Okay? If that's going to take down the American ecosystem the way it is, you better sleep more and study more. It's not going to happen. Ever. Get up. Think about it. Do I think they'll have a government by tomorrow? Absolutely not. My whole bet's that they don't. And if they do, I'm wrong. That's a bad wrong, and I'm good with it. But yeah, I don't think they're going to have a government tomorrow. They ain't got enough seats. Hope so. We all hope so. But I like proof. Who's baby? Right. Who's baby? Little baby. What's that song Little Baby sing? Him and the baby. Man, they sing a good song too. I like them guys. Well, y'all, go Kurds. Man, are you rooting for the PUK or the PDK? So is a rate or date out of the question? I defer. Where's Daisy? Daisy can answer that question.
Daisy's like, I'm out of here with this buzz.
Hope the government suit. Man, listen, the whole hold up to everything is the government. Man, you can't have anything without a president. You can't have anything without man. Everything is no budget, no nothing. Man, this vote is important, but it's not the end all be all. It's here now, April. If you're vetted, you're vetted. You're gonna stick with it. If you're not vetted with it, then I get it. If you're the slight, you got a $500 into it. 6 months, you're out. Some of us are tens of thousands of dollars invested in this, and they're not about to get out just because there ain't a government. You know how many times I've not seen Iraq with a government? That just gets me to make them look more towards getting something done. Especially with the financial circumstances that are going on right now. Especially with liquid gas. Especially what's going on in Europe. And especially what's happening with Russia. It all works together.
Did you find out the stocks tied to liquid gas?
You know what? I did not know. No, I did not.
Josh said the song is called Baby.
Thank you. Man, you know what I hate? I hate for every person that's a victim of circumstance.
Thank you, Robert.
Political or military-wise, that has lost their homes, that I sit in the creature comforts of my home, in this studio, my wife. I'm comfortable. I'm not worried about gunfire. I pray for all those people. Because those people, as well as the people that are of circumstance of this country, I pray for the Russian people, honestly. How crappy does that have to be for them? Think about it. If I'm your average Russian, I did nothing wrong. I just want to go to work, go home, tend to my family. Why am I being punished for someone that did something that I had nothing to do with? Man, I feel for that guy. That guy's got an issue. Or that gal. Or that person. That child. Date nights. Yeah, we do date nights. Tomorrow we're going to do pizza date night. Maybe tomorrow. Or we're going to do something else.
Well, we could do tomorrow. It don't matter because, Sunday I got to drive into the city.
Yeah. Do you want to do pizza date night maybe Sunday then?
Well, we'll be in the city already, right? You talking about making it, right?
Yeah.
You can make it tomorrow. Oh, we'll talk about it later. I'll tell you something.
Oh, you got something going on?
No, not me. Who comes to the house tomorrow?
Oh, love.
She gonna be in the way.
Date night.
She gonna be in the way, and she not gonna leave till about 8.
Okay, hold on. Someone says, Gurkha Legend says, I have a 50% investment in the bank in Iraq on the ESX. I don't know what the ESX is. Is that the Egyptian Stock Exchange?
Gurkha said Pizza Hut. No, he makes a deep dish pizza.
No, I actually make my own pizza dough.
I just said that.
Oh, duh, I'm sorry. Stupid. Okay. I'm reading them slower than obviously you are. He must be Nicole. He must be. Shout out Nicole. Shout out Megan. Shout out Bill. Shout out all the team. NFTs, man, they are tight. I got 2 editions coming out real quick. If Miss BB decides to don hers on my site, I will post them. But I have mine 11 coming out, all about the Dinar community. First come, first serve. I also have a passive system that I'm going to put out there. You don't even have to be a member of Noble to do it. You buy the system, you do it yourself, you make money, and they've made money a whole bunch. I got a lot going on. I hope you guys are having a great evening. We've gone way too long because I thought this video was only going to be like 50 minutes. Oh, herbal. Gurgle said herbal stock exchange. And
Herbal?
Kamal. Gurgle, I haven't seen it on Kamal at all. Oh, am I jaywalking? Oh, you know I'm jaywalking. Look.
Ooh.
Look at my shoes.
Oh,
Look at my shoes.
I heard that.
Oh, my knees. You saw my shoes? Yeah. My bedazzled the chain. I wear this every day. Remind me of what we do and how we do it. I love my gang. I love all y'all. And you know what? We may fuss and fight, but that's what families do, okay? Please, keep tuning in. Keep hitting the like. Keep putting your thoughts together. And if they good thoughts, man, let's do the thing, man. But if you coming with that BS, we're going to fact check you. Gang, gang, gang. Check out the chain.